How's it going, guys? What's up? Moses here, bringing you another Torchlight Frontier YouTube video. But first, I'd like to say yes, I'm aware of the recent weekend. I'm aware of ExileCon, Path of Exile 2, Path of Exile mobile, Metamorph game. Insane. My mind was blown away. You could check the stream VOD, it's up and available of the first, you know, reveal, the first stream that they did, and this is just like too huge to cover, right? So I just am not going to even touch that. What I will do is once patch notes are up, we're going to do a reading, and we're going to try and figure out and extract as much information as we can from all the future patch notes from Metamorph League and onwards, right? So we got still about a year till it comes out. Lots to come in Path of Exile in the meantime. And bows seems to be the sign of the next league. It's gonna be freaking awesome. And it starts in a couple of weeks. Diablo 3 season start in just about a week, I believe, this Friday. So we're gonna be playing that a little bit. But in the meantime, for this week at least, and in the betweens, Torchlight Frontier Alpha is still on, and I'm here to talk about what I've been doing with this guy since this last video. So yeah, this is my guy, level 64, which is the combined level of Goblin and Hybrid Frontier. Right now I'm level 31 Goblin, level 33 Hybrid. We've been grinding a whole lot of Hybrid Frontier, and the reason is because I, came across a boss skill that dropped this. Now, this right here is Bane, Ember Core of Bane. Bane is the Relic weapon, and there are 3 types at the moment of Relic weapon that you can craft in the Reliquary. Now, I did not know that these were available in the alpha, but apparently they are, and apparently these materials right here to unlock the Relic staff are droppable, right? In the game, I just did not know, and I came across a boss, killed it, and he dropped 3 of these. And so I started grinding, and that's why my Hybrid level right now, because I've been grinding Hybrid Frontier, is 34, which is quite a lot. So bosses can drop these, and I can assume that in the Goblin Frontier we can get the Flaming Destroyer that also requires a different type of Amber Core for the Flaming Destroyer, Relic weapon. But as you can see, like, I'm not entirely sure what all of those things can do, but it has like the basic skills. So let's focus on Bane, because right now I have 18 out of 24 of this particular crafting material, and the rest of the crafting mats I already have, right? So we just need these, and these can only be dropped from the bosses. So this is a Relic weapon that is going to replace Blood Drinker. Blood Drinker right now is not too great. At the moment, it's basically a cooldown base 15% more damage buff that I get for 30 seconds, and then it's on cooldown for 1 minute. So I have it 33% of the time because I just spam it whenever it's off cooldown, right? And yeah, it provides some blood pools, it gives some health on kill, but it's not like something particularly special. This is the first Relic weapon that you get, and you play throughout the story with it. It is nice, it's more damage essentially and more survivability with some additional bonuses to blood pools that give you, healing. Whenever an enemy dies, you have a chance of getting a blood pool, and all that kind of stuff. I believe this will work much better with like a melee attack. So we do have in Brawl, right? I'm focused at the moment on Barrage. So again, the main skills that I'm using is like Sonic Pulse to increase damage of nearby monsters. Stun here does not work. It says that it's supposed to have a chance to stun, but it doesn't work. So enemies around me are not stunned, but they, I hope, take 40% additional damage for 8 seconds whenever they're inside this ring of Sonic Pulse. as well as you know, rapid fire and slug shot. Rapid fire for low HP enemies, and slug shot for heavy HP enemies. And this, you know, this bullet also pierces, so it's very good for clear of enemies that stand in one line, and you always kind of like try to position yourself. And then the coal launch whenever we're heating up. We're throwing some coal, which is a big AoE kind of, you know, damage over time and a initial hit, right? And an AoE damage over time kind of deal that also expands all of our heat. So that's basically how the character works. And then we have an additional poison area of effect that is just like more damage cooldown base. So I'm just using that, but it's not really doing too much, and I'm not really using it anyways. It's just there because I have nothing else to use. And also you can use Cyclone that now I can show you, and then there's an uppercut, and then there's rapid strike. So these are kind of like melee skills. My character is not built for that, but just for you to see. This is the rapid strike, which is pretty cool, and then you heat up, and then you have your uppercuts, which are also super cool, hitting you up. And then this is Cyclone, which is, you know, cool. So we can build into melee, it's just that I already built into barrage. I believe they're doing a respec, enabling respec every couple of days, weeks, I don't know, it's alpha. So whenever there's like a patch or something, they enable a respec, and I really do want to try. There's also a fracking strike and ramming robot, which is kind of like a charge. So we're gonna try that out whenever we can. But right now, we are spec'd into, you know, barrage. So we are using our poison dart, our sonic wave, pulse, and rapid fire for low HP enemies. This clears trash pretty quickly. So yeah, this is currently, I don't think I've shown you Hived Frontier. So this is currently the map of the Hived Frontier. You have at the moment in the alpha two different frontiers, goblins, which is, you know, up to area level 29-30, I believe. This is like the highest one. I think it says 29 to 30 is the highest area level of goblins. It is kind of hidden by the quest, but yeah, you can't really close it. Anyways, that's what it says. And over here we have the Hived Frontier, which is, you know, like a hive, right? So you have all these ants and all these, you know, bees, ants, and all. What are these called? Don't remember. Anyways, mantis. Yeah. So these kind of bugs. And that's what's going on. There's also some goblins here, but not as many. They're mostly like trash creatures. Actually should go through here. So yeah, every time so you have this like map, and you have all these zones that you progress through the quest line of the Hived Frontier, and then once you reach max level, you know, you cannot progress anymore. And in order to farm these crafting mats for Bane, which is the relic staff that I'm currently working on, I have to, you know, get to the highest zone of the Hived Frontier, and then kill some enemies. And also, like I said, the flaming, the third sword, right? There's a third relic weapon. I believe, now that I think about it, I haven't tried it, but I think that maybe if I kill bosses in the highest level zones of the Goblin Frontier, I'll be able to get these crafting mats and grind that in order to get the third relic weapon and try that one out. So maybe we'll do that too. So yeah, this is the map of like the highest level zone. And we have, you know, these Hived Forest, Hived Trap, Hived Ground, and Hived Central. And at the end of each one of these zones, we have a boss. Now, there is a waypoint over here, but the shortest route is to enter from here, and then we just go into the Hived Forest. Now, I don't know if it's a coincidence. There's, you know, very little information, and I don't really quite know who to ask. Okay, there's an elite here. So yeah, but so far, I've only ever gotten the Bane crafting mats from Hived Forest. Sometimes they drop them, sometimes not. I think You know, I've constantly been killing the full zone, killing every single one of the bosses. Um, and the deeper you go into that map I just showed you, the higher level zone it also becomes. So you know, it's in my best interest to go to the higher level zones because I get more XP and I level up. Although like leveling up right now is kind of meaningless. I'm not getting any more HP or anything like that. I'm just yeah. So basically, all I'm doing is just kind of like rushing through these zones. I'm not even picking up any crafting mats. You can see on the mini map there's like, you know. Whatever, trees, stones, tin, and all that kind of stuff. I'm not even focused on that. I'm not. Oh, there's an elite back. I'll kill the elites because you know legendaries. And also, right now my damage is like so insane. So these guys go down pretty quickly. And yeah, these like I don't know. So yeah, you see, there's like a tree. I'm not even doing these anymore. I'm just like rushing to the boss. Trying to there he is. This is the boss. Hopefully getting the POW RNG. No. So yeah, these are basically the runs I'm doing right now. I did not get the Bane crafting mats, but yeah, I'm just kind of like grinding these materials right now so that we can craft the next weapon. And now from here, I usually should open up a portal, because it's a bit more efficient to go through the waypoint. So usually I go up, take a portal to my fort, and then the next 3 zones are kind of like down southwest from the waypoint, and I just do all three of them, you know, kind of like one after another. There's portal sickness, and yeah, I cannot use in the first couple of seconds. I believe now it's fine. World. And then we go through the waypoint. First I would go to the defended passage. Over here, these are like forts. These are like waypoints in between these 2 zones. And over here you can see there's like a list of dungeons, right? And you can see the area level. So you got the wasteland level 22 to 25, and here's the Hived Habitat, which is the highest level zone in the game. We did just now the Hived Forest, and now we're going to go through the traps and you know, grounds and central. So now we're going to go through this waypoint. It's a pretty short run, and by the time you you know, by the time you kind of like finish with all 4, it resets the first one. I think there's like a timer. I'm not entirely sure how the resetting of the zone works, but I think there's like a timer, because like right now we killed the boss, but I can't immediately re-enter to the Hived Forest, right? The Hived Forest is the one that usually drops me, that 100% of the time so far dropped me the, you know, Bane crafting mats, so I'm unable to just do that. And also, there's another thing that sometimes happens. I don't know if in this like demonstration run is going to happen, but if you watch the stream, it for sure is going to happen. There is a Spectral Beast. Now, these Spectral Beasts are, from what I understand, kind of like the currently in the game, the only way to keep getting better and better and better gear. So you saw the zones are limited to area level 30, the highest possible zone, but this Hived Habitat, the entire map is called Habitat, I believe, and this one is 27 to 30. So you got 27, 28, 29, and 30 level dungeons, right? But if you look at my gear, you see that this one, for example, is 31. I don't know. This one's like 32. This one's 33. You know, so as you see, I do have some. This one's also 33, 33. So I do have some items that are much, much higher than the possible zone. So how does that happen? Every once in a while, you see like this purple tiger, and these are called these purple tigers are called Spectral Beasts. They randomly spawn, and if you kill them, they open up a portal. Now the portal is based on your character level, and since my character is now 33, the portal itself is going to open up a zone, a dungeon that is going to be level 33. The boss is going to be 34, and I believe can also drop 35 eye level, so +2. I'm not entirely sure about the exact rules, and honestly it doesn't really matter. But what does matter is that it's possible to enter high-level zones, even if you farm. You know, whenever you see a spectral beast, and these can spawn everywhere. That's just a regular elite pack of zombies. I can pop the weapon here. So, as you can see right here, there's like a 27 second buff of Blood Frenzy, it's called, from the Relic weapon, and yeah, we get a massive damage buff. Usually elites are have like more HP than bosses, so I don't mind popping it here. And yeah, it goes back on cooldown. So yeah, usually all I kill is just elite, and then I use the the pet to vendor. One thing you could do is you could quickly put all your stuff into the pet stash tab, or you can keep to salvage for crafting materials, but I'm kind of good on crafting materials. These are from the rare items, these are from the these are from the rare items, these are from the magic item, it's good enough, and these ones from the legendaries. I have kind of a lot of crafting mats, but yeah, I can send the pet to sell the stash tab for like gold, and the eagle will be back in just under 2 minutes now. So in 2 minutes it'll be back to me, and I'll be getting gold equal to whatever I sent him with, so that's pretty cool. There's another elite. So yeah, currently when it comes to magic find, I've only been able to find one gear slot that has gear luck, which is the equivalent for in this game for magic find. And this one is on the gloves, and that's the highest roll I was able to find. And I've noticed it's quite powerful, so I'm keeping my gloves are kind of garbage, but they do have this single roll of magic find. So here they are, 27.7% gear luck. And also, in the last video I shown you the tree. There's a luck tree, and that tree gives you a permanent bonus when you feed it with enough items. So yeah, this is the boss of this dungeon. Yeah, I'm like, I keep trying, right? But so far, I don't know. I've been doing this. Oh, I'm stunned. I've been doing this for a few days now, and none of the other bosses are giving me the the crafting mat. Like it's only the first one, the big charge bug that I've shown you in the previous zone. But I'm optimistic. Maybe it is RNG. I think the chances to drop it are regardless are pretty low. And yeah, I mean, I don't mind going to these zones. I could find some upgrades, I don't mind that, and it's a pretty quick run to do. And I also enjoy it. It's like, different kind of bosses, different kind of tunnels, kind of dungeons, like 4 of them, and you kind of like go between them. I only wish there was less loading time. That's like the real crux of the matter. Because when you go into a lot of zones, there's also lots of loading times, and that's, I see my pet's back. It's been 2 minutes. And yeah, in the meanwhile I could, oh, what is this? Well, as you see, it is level 28. It's kind of identical. No, it's a matter of fact pretty much worse. There's a rare pet collar with 2 enchanting slots that we can craft into. So yeah, I believe it's gonna be here on the left. Trying to ignore as much as we can. Because, ain't nobody got time. Also, the pet can have several skills. See right now, 3. Oh. So yeah, the pet can have 3 different skills. This one's an aura, you can choose 1. There are a couple of skills that I still have unlocked, as you see. So sorry, there's still skills that are locked, but I can choose, you know, there's defensive posture with a cooldown, getting some damage reduction, getting increased damage with battle cry, and then there's an aura that gives me 15% movement speed, and it's quite noticeable to have this versus not having it. So yeah, somebody in the stream pointed that out. I wasn't really sure exactly how to use it, but yeah, you simply drag the skills. It's quite simple. I just never really give it a second look. And yeah, you gotta kill more bosses to unlock more pets, because sometimes bosses have a little cage. I think the boss should spawn. Oh, not here. Here. There it is. This guy is dead. Seems good. This guy also has a chest. Okay, but yeah, unfortunately we... Yeah, see, sometimes loot kind of like just drops on the portal. If you want to pick it up, you gotta be careful not to leave, because then loading times, and then you're not going back to the portal when you re-enter. You go back to the start of the dungeon. Alright, so this was the second one. No, it was the third, right? We did 3 dungeons in the Hybrid Frontier. Or Hybrid Habitat. Yeah, so we did 1, 2, and 3, and this one is the last one. It's area level 30. Honestly, I'm doing this because I'm kind of like hoping to show you a slightly higher level zone. It's also kind of more dangerous, and I can die there. So let's like, some of the bosses there are pretty nasty. There's like literally one in this tight arena with whole bunch of bees or hornets shooting poison at you from all over the place, and it's kind of tough. And yeah, I quite frequently die over there. Yeah, it's also like a really high level zone, but it's only if we find it on the Spectral Beast. If we get a Spectral Beast spawn, it'd be pretty cool. What? It's supposed to be opening these chests. They have a bunch of gold and some gear. And this area is level 30, so I still have 1 green gear piece. Shoulders are apparently very hard to find. I've grinded quite a bit and I haven't found, like, you know, proper... Basically what you're looking for in terms of like current best in slot kind of gear is something like rare gear, right? You have here a couple of stats and then a couple of craftable slots on an eye level 30 or higher. Right, but higher you can only get it from the Spectral Beast, right? And outside of that, everything that I have is a legendary. So this is like my best, currently my best weapon, currently my best shield. I even found a level 33 legendary hatch. So yeah, we're quite tanky. Oh, and also maximum chance to block is 40%. You cannot stack higher than 40% chance to block, which is kind of a bummer. So yeah, my sword has like 15% chance to block, a little bit over that. So you know, that's why I'm using it, because like currently I'm not really using the sword for actual attacking with it, because we're using the cannon. The sword is a stat stick, and apparently there's one that has some block chance, so I'm using that. Running, hoping for a Spectral Beast to spawn. They're not rare. I'm just being currently unlucky a little bit. They're everywhere actually. You find them almost in every run. I see 1 or even 2. But I guess we were kind of unlucky. They just kind of like jump out of nowhere
coming out of some hole in the ground, or like from this cave or something. They're just gonna spawn one time and you can kill them, and then they open the portal. They also try to run away from you, so they will attack you if they're really nearby, like right on top of you. But for the most part, they try to run, so you gotta kill them quick. Otherwise, they despawn. Kind of like you know, Haunted Spirit in PoE, only completely different. Give me that staff. Not want to kill you. You leave me, no choice. Even a green staff could be good, by the way. Like, not this particular one, it's garbage. I'm just picking it up for the golden crafting mats. But yeah, so far kind of an awesome game. I've been messing around with it quite a lot in the last week, I think. Has it been a week or two? Something like that. Having a blast, honestly. It's also nice to do something a little different. Spectral beast, please. Basically, they're nothing like too crazy or special. They just open a portal to a much higher level zone with much tougher monsters, and yeah, that's all. And the area has a mod, so monsters can have double health, which is actually quite a lot. Alright, let's go kill this guy. I gotta dodge these arrows or bolts. No legendary, no crafting mats. Oh yeah. And here we got a pet. Oh, we did find legendary. What is this? There is a llama. So this is the new skill. We already have it. So we kind of keep, have to keep saving, you know, pets from bosses, trying to get, to unlock, you know, the rest of the skills that we're missing. Okay, so skittering, it's the same legendary hatch that I have. It's 3 levels lower. It does have a whole lot more damage. Less poison, less hive defense for slug shot heat, and big crit damage, and even some life regen. You know what, I think I'm gonna keep it. How much do I actually lose? 26%, 25%, 28%, 27%. So I'm taking more damage from 1% more damage from Hivid and 1% more damage from poison. You can see the overall number here is 68. It's like the total number, and yeah, it gives me a whole bunch of life regen, which is actually pretty nice. Like 90 life regen brings it up to almost 200 life per second. It's actually quite nice through combat, because, you know, seconds pass and you replenish. That seems pretty cool, so we'll salvage that. So yeah, we didn't find a Spectral Beast. We still need 6 more of these Ember Core Bane crafting mats. We'll get those, and I'm sure we're going to make another video. And there's also another class in this game that I'm going to showcase, the Rail Master, that I haven't started even. So yeah, we have this week to do all those things. Hope you guys enjoyed this video. Thank you for watching. And yeah, make sure to follow the stream. Links below. Subscribe to the YouTube channel. Regular content. Almost 7 years, by the way. 7 years in this December. So next month we're going to be 7 years streaming, YouTubing, content creating. Calls for celebration. You guys take care. Bye-bye.